All right, welcome to The Explainer. Look, if you're an executive, AI is everywhere, right? It's all you hear about. So in the next few minutes, we're going to cut right through all that noise. We'll give you the straight-up, no-nonsense guide on what AI really means for your business.
Okay, let's just start with a number that kind of sets the stage. $1.8 trillion. That's the projected size of the global AI market by 2030. And you know, this isn't just another tech trend. No. This is a massive economic shift that's already turning whole industries upside down.
And believe me, this isn't something that's happening down the road. It's happening right now. Check this out. 87% of companies around the world already see AI as a critical, must-have business advantage. So, you got to ask yourself, are you in that group?
So what does that advantage actually look like in practice? Well, we're talking about a 35% productivity boost. That's what companies are seeing when they get AI right. And listen, this isn't some theory on a slide. This is a real-world revolution that's delivering results today.
Okay, so to really lead in this new world, you've got to speak the language. Let's break down the core concepts you actually need to know to make smart decisions. No deep dive jargon, I promise.
First up, the big one, AI, or artificial intelligence. So what is it really? At its heart, it's all about building systems that can see what's going on, think about it, and then learn from it. You know, systems that can tackle really complex problems way faster and at a much bigger scale than any person ever could.
Now, machine learning, or ML. Think of this as the engine that powers most of the AI we see today. Instead of telling the computer exactly what to do step by step, you just feed it a ton of data, and it figures out the patterns on its own. That's the magic right there. It's what lets the system get smarter and adapt all by itself.
And then we have generative AI. This is the one you're hearing about everywhere, and for good reason. It's a huge leap forward. We went from AI that could just analyze things or make predictions to an AI that can create brand new stuff. I'm talking original text, images, even computer code.
This really sums up the whole shift perfectly. On the one hand, you had the old way, these rigid, rule-based systems, if this, then that. But they'd break as soon as something new came along. Now we're over on the other side with data-driven learning. It's flexible, it improves. It's the difference between a dumb tool and a smart partner that can actually adapt.
All right, so we've got the concepts down. Now let's get to the good part. How does all this tech actually translate into real business value? How does it affect the bottom line? Yeah, see, AI isn't just some toy for the IT department. It's a catalyst that can spark change across your entire company. We're talking marketing, operations, finance, HR, you name it. It's about driving smarter decisions and more efficiency everywhere. Let's take operations as a perfect example. Predictive maintenance, it can cut unplanned downtime by up to 50%. Think about that. That's the power you get when you stop reacting to problems and start predicting them. The AI flags a machine that's about to fail before it actually does. That's a game changer. And that's just scratching the surface. Under the hood, AI is doing all sorts of incredible things. It's optimizing delivery routes on the fly, it's forecasting what your customers will want with scary accuracy, and it's even spotting tiny, microscopic defects on an assembly line that a human eye would never, ever catch. So, the big question is, how do you actually harness all this power? Because it's not just about buying the latest, fanciest tech. Success really comes down to a few key pillars that you, as the leader, have to get right. Okay, let me be crystal clear about this. Your AI strategy is only ever going to be as good as your data strategy. That's it. High quality, easy to access data, that is the fuel for the entire engine. Without it, the most powerful AI model in the world is completely useless. This part is absolutely non-negotiable.
And look, this goes beyond just the tech. You have got to build trust. Because implementing AI, it isn't just a technical problem, it's a people problem. And these pillars you see here, fairness, transparency, accountability, this is your blueprint for making sure people actually use it and for managing all the new risks that come with it.
When you follow a structured process like this, it takes all the mystery out of it. It turns what feels like a huge, overwhelming project into a simple series of logical steps. It gives you a clear map to get from identifying a business problem all the way to having a solution that's up, running, and getting results.
Okay, we've talked about the why, the what, and the how. Now, let's get super practical. Let's talk about the first steps you can take to move from just talking about this stuff to actually doing something.
I get it. It can feel like a lot. With all these possibilities, where in the world do you even start? But the good news is, the path to get started really boils down to 3 simple, specific steps.
Look, don't try to boil the ocean. Just start right here. Step 1, find a high-value problem to solve. Something with a real measurable return, not just a cool science experiment. Step 2, be brutally honest with yourself. Do you actually have the data you need to solve it? And step 3, launch a small pilot project. The goal is to prove the value and learn as fast as you can. This is how you build real momentum.
And that really brings us to the final, and maybe most important question. Is your organization ready? Because the real goal here isn't just to plug in some new tech. It's about building a company where your talented people and artificial intelligence work together, collaborating to do things that neither one could ever do alone. That partnership, that's where the real transformation happens.